Alright guys, so it's Saturday and that means that we're going to be doing a little what's new this week and this past week, because I don't have no idea what's coming up this coming week. But we're going to talk about a few things. Something from Canon, something from Sony, and something from Apple. And that's coming up right now. We put out a few videos in regards to this, and last week we did one as well in regards to price point for the Canon R5. And it does look, and again, we're seeing a lot of YouTube channels coming out saying it's been confirmed, and I don't want to say it's confirmed. I want to say it's about 98-99% that the new R5 will be under $4,000 US. So on Canon rumors, and you gotta remember, this is still Canon rumors. So a lot of places are saying, oh, it's official. Well, no, not until Canon actually officially launches it and tells us, then it's official. So if we look here, Canon EOS R5, they have been told that the Canon EOS R5 will come in under $4,000 US for the body. The source didn't want to divulge exact launch price for anonymity reasons, but it has apparently been set. And I want to make sure you guys realize this, because I do think this is probably it. We've been saying since I've started talking about the R5 that my guess would be it's going to come in very similar to the pricing of the Canon 5D series. And that body has always come in around that $35,000 to $4,000 mark. This should hopefully come in here. And this, again, rumor says so. Is it accurate? I don't know. Again, it's not official from Canon, but it does seem to be pointing in that direction. $4,000 or under, so it could be $39.99.99, could be $37.49, who knows? We are starting to get a better feel at what this price point is. Now, the other thing that kind of goes along with this is that there were supposed to be announcements in June and July, and everyone was expecting that the June announcement would be the R5, so based on when it would be released and an official price release. But as we see here in this article, it talks about an announcement from Canon on the R5 coming in July. So that really makes us ponder what or if there will be an announcement in June. I really do hope that they do an R6 announcement in June. That would be awesome. I'd be all over that. But I don't know. Fingers crossed. All right, topic number two. Topic number two is in regards to the new Sony. And if you're in Canada, we're gonna say ZV-1. And if you're in the US, we're gonna say ZV-1. Trying to be correct for all you fellow viewers out there. Doesn't matter where you're from. ZV, ZV, whatever you want. Supposedly the perfect vlogging camera. Now, I haven't had a chance to get my hands on this camera, nor do I think I probably will, as again, a lot of reviewers out there get these cameras for nothing. So you really want to make sure that you take that information into effect when you look at this. But I do think Sony hits some of the marks dead on for vloggers. A few except one. So some of the big ones. It actually has a flip out screen. So for those that are vlogging, flip out screen is super essential, and it's got it. So that's fantastic. They've really worked on their autofocus, and that autofocus is supposedly super good and again, fantastic. Has mic support. Even the internal mic has this cool little wind muff thing that covers the internal speaker that mounts into the cold shoe, which again, really cool for being able to do vlogging, because of course not all of us will have an external mic and we still want decent sound. One of my favorite features that is on it that another channel actually showcased was like product shot or product review or something. I can't remember the term. And really cool, because I use this a lot where, and I'll give you for example, I have a product like this where I want to show you, and I have face and eye detection turned on right now. So if I do this, it still focuses on me. But if I want it to focus on this here, I kind of have to move this around till it hits and it covers my face. Problem is, as soon as I move over here, it refocuses back on me, right? So you'll see this trying to hit focus. And that's a bit of an issue for those of us that are doing things like product reviews. But it has a really cool feature that you can see right here that actually looks like it will bypass the facial detection and look for whatever's kind of in the foreground to hit focus on. And it's fast, which I think is really cool. I really like that. And I'd love to see the other brands, Canon, Nikon, whoever, have a feature like that enabled. I think that's really good. Now, where this camera lacks, in my opinion, for a vlogging camera, simply put, 24 for a lot of us isn't wide enough. It's not wide enough. Unless you're a fairly tall person with really long arms, or are using some kind of tripod or extension to get that camera out even further, 24 millimeters is just a floating head. It's just not far enough. So for me, for instance, this camera in front of me right now, 16 millimeter on a full frame. So 24 millimeter on this camera, and I've seen a fair bit of reviews out there, and it's just doesn't seem to get far enough, especially if you start using a lot of their image stabilization features, because it crops in even more and then you lose that width. So it would have been nice to see them get into an actual 20 or an 18 for sure. Maybe even a 16 would have been awesome. I myself would have loved to have lost some of that low light to get a bit wider. And in regards to the low light, one of the reviewers actually tested it, and supposedly, because this is a 1.8 through 2.8, which is that 1.8 actually really cool, but the moment you start that zoom, like pop, you lose the 1.8. You're down to 2, one more pop, 2.2, and even a little bit. Like by the time you hit 30, I think it is, and I don't know the exact numbers, you're at 2.8, which 2.8 isn't bad, but that big feature of low light, you're gonna kind of lose. It is what it is. For a lot of people, very cool. For me, that product shot, and as a secondary camera, I think would be very cool. But as a primary, I'd need it to be wider. Last but not least, the things that happened this week. Apple released, for those of you like myself that have Mac computers, released an update to their OS. So an update to Catalina. One of the big features that came out with this, or two features really, but the big one was battery management. And I want you guys to be aware that even though this update is battery management, which is the big one, as well as a FaceTime add-on where it allows you to control a little bit more, that feature where people that are talking kind of get pushed into the forefront so you know where it is. You have that ability to play around with that setting a bit. It is a bug fix like most. So doesn't matter if you use those features, it is a bug fix, it is recommended, so you should go get it for your Mac. I have noticed on my Mac, both of them, that they have been running a lot smoother, which is a nice add-on as per usual. Now, again, the big feature that came out with this was a battery management feature, which was supposed to help your battery get longer life out of it, which is always good. We all want to have longer life because, especially in the Macs, batteries aren't user changeable. We'd have to take them in, probably very expensive. So if we can get longer life out of that battery, that's always going to be better. Now, one of the things to be aware of is that, so I have 3 MacBook Pros in my house, 2012, 2015, and a 2019. The only one that got this feature is the 2019. So even the 2015 15-inch MacBook Pro, this feature didn't enable. So when you go into battery management, there is no option for it, whereas in the MacBook Pro 16-inch, it's there. What year is the cutoff? I don't know, but my guess is 2016 is probably where it started, because that's when the MacBook got the touch bar and all those new features. So that was kind of the evolutionary period of the MacBooks where it changed. So I would think that that's the machine that will get that battery management feature. Is it cool? Yeah, anything that helps me get more life out of my battery, huge plus. All right, guys, there's the 3 that I found most intriguing and interesting for this past week. I'm gonna leave you guys there, and we'll see you tomorrow. More tech reviews. Oh yes, they're coming. All right, my friends, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys then. Later.